Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome back to Season 3. I'm Krydex, your host, and today on this game show, we're going to be hoping to win some gambling. No, not really. We are gambling still, I think, with one or two plants. Are we? With Relasia? Yeah, Relasia's still gamba. How many did we need? We need 5? Okay. Yeah, Relasia's still gambling. That's actually it, I think. Oh. What is happening here? You guys see this crap? What have I done? What have I done? Wait. I honestly don't even know what's going on right now. I'm just gonna hit that button and put that there, and then put this here. This needs to be channel 0. And now this is running. If Tufra Mark II is less than 200, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, we're still missing lime, but we should be getting lime over here. It's been slower than I anticipated, because these aren't all running. Yeah. So what I might do is just supplement the lime with lime from one of these, because that's just lime made from coke, basically. The limestone's free. And I assume I'm venting the CO2, which I also could not be doing. That does mean we're gonna need another belt here, which I'm just gonna trust the belt dragger do its thing. All right. And then I actually want to side load. Let's see, this is tricky. I want to build that, and then I want to build this, and then I want to side load onto that so that we're prioritizing the slaked lime stuff. And then we go this way. And then down, where are we? Over here. All right, so then that goes there, across, and down. All right, so that should get us our lime for the Tufra. What else was I looking at? Ooh, look at that little snake, construction bot snake. Okay, we were waiting for these to finish, but they did, but I'm not feeding them in. And that one's just about done. Okay. I say just about, takes forever. And these are spoiling quick. Jeez, look at that go. But we should be okay. There we go, our first seeds. Beautiful. And now we'll run I guess both of these? Just one of them? Probably be faster to run 2 of them because uh-oh. Screwed that up. Seeds need to go onto the other side. Oops. Anyway, it's going to be a lot faster because their speed is only plus 60%. So this is 1.6. That's a total of 3.2. Whereas if I had all of them in one, it would be a total of 2.2, I think. So that's a pretty big difference. But it is going to take forever for these to finish. But once they're done, we've now tripled our Yotoi Elo amount. So that'll be great. And what was I thinking? There's something else I was gonna do. Oh, I was gonna check on the old Vraux. See if things are changing. Yeah. I'm still not totally convinced that this is okay. I may have been wrong about this balancing out eventually. I don't know. We'll see. It's also possible, like with the types of things we're dealing with here, it is possible that it will balance itself out after 3 hours. You know, like there's a world where it legitimately takes that long. And reading the mixer would reduce that time by a lot. You know, that's I'm not at all saying that that's that reading the mixer wouldn't potentially do that. I am still convinced at a gut level, which is not necessarily accurate, that if it's capable of balancing out, it's irrelevant whether you read the mixer or not. At a gut level, that's what I'm thinking. It could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, back to Xyhiphoe. Let me check on, is the, oh, we're still a long way from this. Really? Jeez. What if I put one bot in every RoboPort? That seems more doable, right? Just one little measly construction bot? What if I did that? Huh. I think I'm going to. Now, the problem is, it's not easy to do that. And I actually needed quite a few more bots before we do that. My thought is what we'll do is we'll copy a section and then we'll just delete out everything that isn't RoboPorts like this. You know what I mean? And then we're left with a perfect map. This is a pain in the butt. I don't know why I'm doing it, just for an example. But we'd be left with this. And then that would be a map of all the RoboPorts, right? And then I just fit that in. I don't remember exactly where we were at, but you know, we'd fit that into wherever it fits. And then we'd have our, you know, I think was it over here? Yeah, I think this was it. Oop, one more. There it is. Look at all those blue dots. And then I think I would have to go into... Wait, how am I gonna do this? Because those still don't have the requested settings. I guess I could go into the blueprint editor, but there's not a way to bulk change with upgrade planner, is there? I don't think so. I don't actually know if there's a way to do that without clicking one by one. I mean, obviously I can copy the settings. I can even change their logistics group, but all of them are no group assigned. So the problem is there, I don't think there's a way to bulk apply a logistics group to a bunch of buildings, even pasting a blueprint. Now, what I could do is like copy a blueprint with this chain of them, you know, on the straight line, and then I can click that into place. And that would at least get us started. But then I'd have to change my rail blueprint to include that as well. Interesting. Huh. That's a project for another day. All right, this is also going to be a short episode. I have some IRL things I have to get to, so I'm a little constrained for time, but I'd like to start on Xyhiphoe. So let's take a look at what we need for that. so let's see. This guy is on channel 1. This guy is on channel 0. So I'll do that one first. And we need a Xyhiphoe crustacean DNA sample, which needs Xyhiphoe codex. We'll do a few of those. And then... oh, the fetal serum. That's what we were doing at the end of the last episode. I remember now. Fetal serum, which needed the glass, where the silver plates, which we now have. Okay. So that's made in a biofactory. Yeah, and I mean, we basically just request... shouldn't need very much. And then water. Come over from here. Okay, and then we do, oh, we already did the requester chest, and then I'm gonna measure... buildings don't see themselves, right? That is kind of annoying. And it's not annoying, it's very good, but for once I want the building to read its own contents and see its own contents. Like, will that work? I can't remember. I remember being frustrated about how this has worked in the past, but I don't remember which way it goes. I guess we'll find out. Alright, once all that gets built, we should be okay. And then this is missing the Xyhiphoe codex and the Xyhiphoe. Assume there's bots coming to help with all this. Maybe. Is somebody coming to pick this up? Yeah, someone's got to be coming. I hit the X, right? It's on channel 1 though. Something should have come by now if it's on channel 1. I don't understand. Because we don't have storage on channel 1? Sure was. Wait. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Whoa, what's going on with this biomass? Uh-oh. Where's that biomass coming from? Right here? Oh my gosh. What the heck? Oh. The whole time we've been making fiber, we haven't had a place to put the biomass. Wow. Okay, but now we need biomass here. On channel 1. Did I really not handle that? I just did trash unrequested and moved on with my life? And why are these full of biomass? Are we requesting it? Uh-oh. I'm not even request. Oh, wait, is something spoiling into biomass? Flora is. Okay. Flora is spoiling into biomass sometimes. Okay. Are we requesting fluorospolinin though? Oh wait, am I requesting biomass over here somewhere? I am requesting native flora. I'm not requesting flora spolinin, though. It doesn't look like. But we should be. So, flora spolinin should be requested. For recycling purposes. And then the biomass that we end up with, which is an absurd amount that's built up over time, needs to be loaded into here. Biomass. And then that... Oh. Shoot. Oh, there is a biomass right here. What the heck? I already did this. Oh, goodness. Okay, but what's biomass getting used for here? Just for subcritical water? I don't think we're using enough of it. What is this? Oh, we have a requester. Oh, okay. So here we go. So we just need to put biomass in here. As well. There we go. And that's on channel 1, right? Yeah, okay. So that will get rid of our biomass. I'm gonna just delete that request. So from here, we should be good to go. These poor bots are gonna take a while. I might try to help them out. They're gonna have a tough time for a while, I think. So let's go see what we can do. Up here? Wait, where? Here. Oh, but the Yotoi was probably done. I should have handled that. I'll go handle it after this. If you give a Krydex a cookie, that is how it goes. Science is still going here. Just a cool 3 hours left, even though it's running. It's ridiculous. Alright, so what we need to do is grab all the biomass from here that I can. Run it over here. Don't get run over. And just dump it in. We shouldn't need to do anything other than that. And that should get provided highly to whatever needs biomass. I'm glad we caught that. That would have caused another science stoppage a ways down the road. I don't want a random storage on channel 1 over there. We shouldn't need random storage for channel 1, right? Like, theoretically, nothing should be going into storage very often. I'll have one just in case. I think I'm safer with one than without, but it doesn't feel like I should need it. Okay, hopefully things figure themselves out. I do see a lot of logistics bot action. That's probably not going to stop anytime soon. Oh yeah, these are going to have to empty out fully before they stop. So that's still going to be a minute. Alright, well anyway, the Xyhiphoe codex is done. And now we need to change to the Xyhiphoe codex. I also realized we should be running this only if everything is less than 2. or whatever the number is that we want. Alright, so there's 2 crustacean DNA samples, which gets me Xyhiphoe. I'm gonna do the fetal serum. And this needs to be channel uno. Okay. I'm actually gonna do like 10 guts because of spoilage. And then trash unrequested. Yeah, we'll see if it reads itself. I don't remember how that works. Or if it doesn't read itself. I want to say it self-cancels its own signals on the same color. But I also want to say it doesn't. I just can't remember. I'm like 50-50 on that. That's funny. I truly do not remember. Okay. I'm gonna help the bots out a little bit more, just to hopefully help them catch up with all their other duties. Ah! That was close. Oh man, that was close. That was a close one. Krydax is alive. Still no train deaths. 261 hours, no train deaths. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Yikes. That was very much a yikes moment. Alright, now what are they doing? Now they're moving everything from this storage. Okay, well I gotta help with that now. Goodness. Because them moving 4,800 items is gonna take a hot second. Alright. I think that took care of most of the... Nope, it still says there's 3.2 thousand logistics system storage of biomass. Oh, it's all in these. These are also filled up with biomass. Wow. I really needed to have handled biomass a while ago. Okay, there we go. Now I don't see biomass listed. Perfect. Alright. And look, a train even came to pick up biomass already. So now the bots should be free to do their normal duties. I think. Anyway, fetal serum hopefully is going now. No? Still no glassware? Do we not have glassware in providers? We might not, now that I look at it. Yeah. I think glassware is only belted, right? Yeah. Okay, well this is easy enough to just do a quick little, like 1 stack of glassware situation. Right here. Channel 1. Do you use filters, do that, do this, power it, 1 stack. Alright. There we go. Here comes the glassware. And here's the big reveal. Do buildings read themselves? Again, this was back when Space Age was still in beta or right after it came out or something, but I remember having issues with either the fact that it does or the fact that it doesn't, and wishing there was a toggle. Because there are times it does read itself, yeah. And there are times where you don't want it to read itself. A good example is if you're filtering something based on itself. So like inserters reading hand size, but also setting filters, they end up reading what's in their hands and setting the filters to their own hands, which can interfere with other inserters on the same network kind of thing. So that's, I remember dealing with that particular issue. Alright, I don't actually know how many Xyhiphoe I need. I probably should have looked at that first. So we need 2 larvae to make 70% for 1.5. That's basically 1. Sorry, I had to respond to a message. Okay, so the larva... How do we make the larva, by the way? Weird. The larvae are just free. Does this require Xyhiphoe to run? I wonder if it does. Wow, that makes a lot of wastewater. That's gonna be great. Are Xyhiphoe really easier than Xyhiphoe? I said we were gonna look at that in this episode. So our Xyhiphoe, we've got 0.05 built up here. Let's kind of compare that. 0.05 Xyhiphoe to xylophones. Let's see. Xylophone. Wait. I already see xylophones. Delete. Add customized recipe. That's a new button. I don't know what that does. Whoa. What on earth? There's a whole world there that I don't understand. Okay, so this was our point. Okay, so this was us comparing. So we need 7 Xyhiphoe pool. Wait, that doesn't have... Oh, it only gets 1 module. Okay. 7.5 repro complex compared to Xyhiphoe, which was 9 and 3. And this needed Xyhiphoe eggs, which don't need fish food, but did need... Oh, wait, I already did the eggs. Did need 0.4 fish, which using the recipe we're using... requires this. And then the fish eggs, I forget what, I think we're doing just that one. Which uses 0.1 fish, so we need to overproduce fish by about 125. Roughly. Close enough. Maybe 130. Yeah. No. 145? There we go. Okay. So that is just about right as far as what 0.05 Xyhiphoe actually costs us. And then 0.05 Xyhiphoe costs us 0.1 filtration media, 6 phytoplankton. I don't like that when you click on one of these, the scroll bar resets. I might report that as a bug. It's really annoying. Anyway, so what was it? 0.034 filtration media. We generate 0.03 fish food. We also use about 5 phytoplankton. And we need some substrate and some steel wool and some lamps. 0.1 lamps. I'm a little worried about the 0.1 fish food. That's not a small cost. It actually adds up. 0.09. We generate a lot of... Wait, this is very wrong. Where did this number come from? What do we actually have? How many fish pools do we have? 14. How did this happen? Shoot. So I haven't been generating Mark II fish that whole time. Wait, did I not finish the Mark II fish situation? The heck? It looks like I did not finish this situation. Wait, what is going on here? Like, what in the utter heckin' heck? Yeah, I definitely did not finish. Alright. We gotta go down and fix that. Okay, fix fish Mark II. Anyway, back to this. What we were looking at, 0.8, 0.9. Okay, close enough. So this is roughly what we're making in terms of fish. No, this is the wrong one. I'm sorry. This is what we're making in terms of fish. So I'm generating 0.114 fish food if the fish are running. If they're running, you better go catch them. Which is enough to supply what we would need for Xyhiphoe. But only just barely. I'm confused why I thought Xyhiphoe was so much better than Zip here. Because looking at the data, the only thing Zip here is a little bit worse in is needing more reproductive complexes. Otherwise they seem really similar. And not needing the fish food is a pretty big win for Zip here. Right? Like, is there anything here that's expensive? I don't think so. I mean, the substrate's a small amount. At least I think it's a small amount, right? How much substrate am I making? Yeah, we're making 5 a second on average. So I mean, that's 10% of our substrate. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. But it is like a relatively low cost. And then the stone wool isn't that bad, right? I mean, yeah, a coke a second is nothing, 2 stone a second is nothing. So I don't actually totally understand. I thought Xyhiphoe were supposed to be way better for arthropod blood. But I'm not actually convinced that that's true. It actually seems like a mixture might be the best, because as we make Zip here, we're going to need to make fish, which generates extra fish food, which we then can use to make some Xyhiphoe too. Like, this almost seems like a good way to sink our excess fish food, because the other ingredients are basically free. I mean, the filtration media is the only thing that even has a real cost. So that's my thought, is actually setting up Xyhiphoe as a way to sink the extra fish food. Unless there's a Xyhiphoe turd or something soon, that maybe makes them way better. Oh, maybe that's what it is. I didn't realize we were that close to the Xyhiphoe turd. Okay, alt right click. Let's look at Xyhiphoe. So the options here, what does that do? Okay, it adds phytoplankton barrel as an ingredient. It adds an extra larva. And it adds red hot coke and liquid nitrogen. But what's the change? It goes twice as fast? Is that? Oh, we get more Xyhiphoe out. We go from 3 to... That's from about 2 to 1. This is from about 3 to 2. It's a better ratio. What's this? It just uses less Xyhiphoe larvae. It gives you a different tier 1 recipe, basically. This one uses wastewater, gives you 50% more larvae, which is a pretty significant amount, and then it also generates acetone. I assume using up 6 larvae would generate more than that much wastewater. It would. So we would have, basically the wastewater is free. And then what was that other weird one? this one. So the difference is basically it goes 1 larva to 1 Xyhiphoe instead of 2 larvae to 1 Xyhiphoe. Crafting time is about the same. So it gives you a much better tier 1 Xyhiphoe cost. Interesting. Because you only need about half as much larva. And half as much fish food. No, because this, you need about 1 fish food to grow 1 Xyhiphoe, and that's about the same. Let me go fix the fish mark. What happened to our zip here codex? Okay, I do think 1 Xyhiphoe is going to be enough for what it's worth. Oh. Alright, let's go fix the Mark II fish, and then I'm probably going to have to be done with the episode after that. Like I said, we gotta go do some things today. Oh, no, let's do that. But, yeah, so this is interesting. There's a lot going on right now. Okay. Oh, there's a salt rock right there. Look at that. So yeah, this needs to go here. Guess we can go like in. It's not gonna work. Okay. This should work then. Oh, but we actually need modules. Come here, boys. It's funny that fish don't spoil. I'm very thankful they don't spoil. It's a good thing that they don't spoil, but just seeing a bunch of raw fish, like, on a belt, and somehow they're not rotten after hours and hours and hours, it is kind of funny. Okay, so now that's gonna make the Mark II eggs, which now need to be, measured. So this is gonna enable if Mark II eggs is less than 100. Oh wait, do these spoil? They do. So instead, we need to run that based on the amount of Mark II fish. And which one makes things faster? This makes 0.138. This consumes 0.125. That's unfortunate, because that means this actually runs too fast. We want this to go slower. There we go. Perfect. So now we can run this one based on Mark II fish. That one. And then we don't have fish oil, so that we must have screwed that up too. Though I know we set it up, so we're just missing one piece here. The missing piece is actually, I don't know. We have the request. It's measuring the thing. We have this here. Are we not providing fish oil? That shouldn't be true. No, we've got fish oil. Or do we have fish oil? It's definitely hooked up. It's definitely available. It's even filtered. Alright, I'm at a loss. It's the correct fish oil. Oh. Oh. Dagnabbit. Sorry, it's channel 2. I assumed you guys were thinking the same thing I was thinking. You might not have been doing that. It's requesting on channel 2. I don't really want to request channel 1 wastewater for urea, because that's what that's all about right there, so we're just going to need another fluid request. What is going on? There we go. Alright, well, that's annoying enough. Fish oil. Alright. But that explains why that was going on. Oh, you know what? The number was already fine. Alright, so then we delete this request. Forget about that. Forget about this. And then this one is its replacement. Perfect. Okay. That should get Mark II fish going properly, I think. And then once we've got fish oil, everything's good to go. Those decay in an hour, so I should be okay to keep the loop going. I hope so. Uh-oh. Now we're on a time crunch because we made the eggs. Oh, shoot. Hey, we made our first Xyhiphoe. That's great news. But yeah, these bots need to get here yesterday. Because if we don't make these within the hour, we're screwed. We're gonna have to make Mark II fish all over again. That would be annoying. Let us hope that does not happen. And I think we're dealing with all the products and stuff. Yeah, and we should be accumulating Mark II fish. So that'll go until Mark II fish is less than 200. This will just be enabled all the time. Yeah, there's no reason for this one to stop, because the eggs will stop being supplied once we have enough Mark II fish. So that is all good to go. Yeah, once all those bots get here, I think we should see the fish oil appear pretty soon. And now the last thing I'm going to do in this episode is go get the Yotoi aloe part going. Woo! Man, those trains like to get up close and personal. It's scary. Wow, we're hitting some traffic. Come on, baby. This is a long train ride. Alright, here we go. So the aloe that's completed should just be all the way in here, I presume. Yeah. 24, nice. Okay. So that means we should be able to just dump into this guy, and now the crafting time actually is 100 seconds, which means it should finish a second one before it's spoiled. And then, yeah, I mean, actually from here, it's just going to generate an infinite amount without any intervention, as far as I can tell. Is that correct? Yeah, the crafting speed is almost exactly 1, so it's going to take like 103 seconds. That's 206 seconds, which is 3.5 minutes. Spoil timer's 4 minutes. Oh, that is cutting it pretty tight. I thought it was 5 minutes. But that's okay. We should still see this crafting start before. Oh, and what am I saying? We only need one craft, because these don't start spoiling until the craft is finished. That's how things work now. So we're only going to see 103 seconds of spoilage before we see the next 5 fruit. Yeah, we're fine. And then that'll make seeds indefinitely. And then we'll just start getting the extra aloe thrown into these. Perfect. Okay. And then now I'm hoping that we should be seeing the fish oil delivery soon. Yep. I don't know why it has 2 trains with this stop, because I've only requested 31,000. I'm a bit concerned about that. Oh, okay. Weird. Oh, it's just because it's called FR. Fish oil. Okay, and now this is running. Perfect. Yay! And now we get our guaranteed fish mark 2, which makes us more eggs, which makes us more fish. Technically, this can run afoul if we make eggs. Yeah, no, I need another stopgap here. We want to not make eggs if what's the best way to do this? I guess what I'll do, I can't put it in yet, but basically I want to say don't make eggs if I don't want the inserter to run if we only have a certain amount of fish in here. And that way it can never go weird and use up our last fish. Because that totally could happen. Okay, something's gone wrong. Oh. Okay, I only want you to work if it's greater than or equal to 4. Okay, that should do it to guarantee we always have one set safe. Yeah. I also realized that we're gonna get regular fish eggs in here. We want to blacklist those 2, but the Mark II eggs could still spoil. And this one we want to blacklist regular fish. But regular, we're still gonna get Mark II eggs spoiling from time to time in here, which I don't care about it. Okay, sweet. Well, we're gonna call it an episode there, and in the next one we might set up Xyhiphoe. Let me know in the comments why you've used Xyhiphoe in your pyanodon's playthrough. I thought Xyhiphoe was just a knockout winner compared to Xyhiphoe for the arthropod blood, but it turns out that might not actually be quite as true as I thought. I mean, we do get 80 instead of 65, but that's not that different. So I'm not really sure what was going on there. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about Xyhiphoe. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.